Hello and welcome to some real talk. That's right, these last few months I've been going through some stuff and it has not been easy. It started when I was at the Sequoias and I wanted to, no one else really wanted to, but I wanted to go for another hike. I wanted to go explore the Sequoias and I just wanted to hop in the car and go because I'm like, I don't know how much longer I can do this, so I'm going to spend every moment doing whatever I can do and enjoying this moment. And it was at that exact moment that I had to realize, you know what? I can't even go alone by myself. I can't get in a car and just go. I have to take somebody with me. And luckily for me, my son did end up taking me, and it was hard. And there was a lot of tears afterwards because I was like, if he wanted to go, I had to go. If he wanted to stop, I was on his time, and Nina wanted Nina time. And I had to, in that moment, I had to face the fact, I will never have Nina time. I'm always going to be on someone else's time because I could never be alone again. I can never just get in a car and go drive and go to the beach. I could never just drive anywhere and be alone and just go. And that was very hurting to me. And then yesterday I tried to make a meal. I just wanted to make a nice dinner for my family. And I was making lasagna. I bought all the stuff. And as I started making it, my hands failed me. And I was dropping things everywhere. It was very hard for me. My feet were swelling. It was a hot mess. I did get the job done, but not without consequence. I did have a lot of pain this morning, last night, and threw a little bit of a tantrum. I did. I cried a lot. I was very hurt because I think the hurt came with the realization is I'm losing my independence. And that is not something I want to give away. And it's not something I want to be without. And it was very hard to know that I could never cook again by myself if I wanted to. Look, I get teary-eyed because that's a really hard thing to accept. And I think I'm still going through that process. And then I went to Mass. You ever go to Mass and like Father starts talking and you're like, how do you know? How do you know this, Father? It feels like you're just talking to me. It was like one of those, right? And he starts talking about sometimes we set such high expectations that really aren't attainable. And when we make all these expectations for ourselves, and when we don't meet them, we become withdrawn, we become angry, we become frustrated, we become hurt. And I'm like, how did you know? It's exactly how I feel, Father. But all that. And he goes on to say, but what we have to do is to, even when we don't meet those expectations that we have for ourselves, even if it's hard, even if it hurts, that we find the blessing in it. And maybe we stop and say, what is God teaching us at this moment in our life? And I'm like, oh man, this is hard stuff. I mean, I am not your typical 49-year-old going to 50 going through this stuff. Someone my age typically is not going to be going through this stuff. Someone much older would. But when you add 31 years of JRA, boom, this is what you get, right? My body's giving out a lot sooner than someone my age. And Father ended with, he talked about an interview someone did with Saint Mother Teresa, and they asked Saint Mother Teresa, what is your definition of success? She says, Success is my faithfulness, that I have been faithful to God and lived a life, a purpose-driven life. Those aren't the exact words, right? My interpretation of what I remember Father saying this morning, that she lived her life faithful to God. That is success. And I thought, okay, if I wake up in the morning, even as I lose my independence, I have to stop at this moment, even if it's hard, and think, what is God teaching me? And what lesson am I supposed to learn? And I begin to see the blessings because I am blessed because I have the resources that I could go out and buy a meal. I have a husband that will cook for me. And I need to be thankful for those things. And I have somebody that will take me to the beach, will take me for a hike, and will take me places. And as much as it hurts to let go of those pieces of my independence, I'm going to keep marching forward, and I'm going to find my success, because my success too is holding on to my faithfulness. And when I look back, am I living a life for God? I absolutely am, without a doubt. And then it reminded me, well, what is the one thing God has called me to do? And that is to write my story. And I have continued to, even though it's been very sporadic and very little. I sat down and I wrote today, and I'm very happy with it. And I'm so excited to see where that journey is going to continue to go. And in the meantime, I'm just going to keep working on this, because it is a process. I'm still going through it. It's very hard, but I have to humble myself and trust always in God. And in that I say, Jesus, I trust in you. Until next time, I'm signing off.